Hey everyone, it's Silver. Wow, I cannot believe that it is already May. Happy birth month to both MC and myself. So yay, we're gonna have a little bit of a party. Yeah, so the month of April actually went pretty well. I had a lot to share with you. But before I do, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been watching the videos and liking and all that good stuff over the course of the month. I really do appreciate it, especially the video that I put up with my reactions, I guess, and MTI's reactions to Mario's passing and everything. I appreciate all that love. I really do. You have no idea. On that note, it's more than a month on. Both of us still occasionally see him out of the corner of our eye. Like, it's a slow process, but, like I said, it is a process. To kind of distract myself, I have been working on a lot, and I repeat, a lot of different stuff. Let's go ahead and talk about, first off, what I have finished in the month of April. Okay, let's talk about everything that I have finished in the month of April. I have finished quite a few things, a total of four different hats. The pattern itself was called Ruby's hat. I don't remember the designer, but it was basically the hat that showed up in an episode of Once Upon a Time where that the character Ruby wore. And I fell in love with the hat so much I had to have it. And then I was like, okay, well, I have all this yarn, lots of extra yarn. Let me make more hats. And so, of course, I made 5 of them total because I'm me. Don't know what I'm going to do with all 5 of the hats, but, there it is. The next thing that I worked on was the crochet. What is it called? I called it the Granny Shawl 2. I finished this on the 7th of the month. It's basically a granny cluster shawl that does grow as you go. It is a triangular shape. I absolutely loved it. MTI is not as impressed with it as I am, of course, but that's fine. He's such a good sport and actually decided and will hold things up for me if I really beg him to be completely frank. The next thing that I did work on, or I did finish, which was a little bit of the rest of the yarn left over from the what do you call it, the leftovers from the hats. I did make what I called a loaf. It's a loaf cat that I ended up making for MTI. I cannot. I actually finished it the 27th because I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna make another hat. I'm not gonna try to use up all the rest of the yarn. But famous last words. You'll see why in a minute. The next thing that I did finish, I had 2 different coloring pages that I made that I finished. One of them was, I don't even know what to call it. It was like a smaller design, and then the other one was a boat. I saw those 2, and I was like, all right, I need to color them. Cool. So I actually did that during a Ko-Fi Discord meeting, which, yeah, you can see from the coloring on the bottom of the page there. For the second one especially, the marker was doing some rando things. Let's see. So besides that, so I finished 7 total washcloths, which, oh, absolutely, absolutely love. And since the last time, I have started what I'm calling puzzling Sundays, where we go ahead and and I say we, I offer up different puzzles every Sunday as to, basically as to, okay, we have this going on this week, we have this going on this week. And so I decided that I was going to put up different puzzles. So as you can see, from 327, we had a little bit of paper full flowers. Also on the 5th was actually a selection from Practical Portia. So thank you, Portia. And then there was a couple in a row meant to represent Mario Day, because, and also Mario. So that was good. And then on the last week of the month, I was like, you know what? We're going to go with that whole, like, kind of jokesy thing for the next 2 of April showers. So that went on 4/26. And then on 5/3, I put up May flowers. So April showers bring May flowers. I don't know. I'm such a dork. It's fine. All right, before I continue rambling, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to move on to the next segment. All right, let's talk what's currently on my hooks, needles, etc., what I'm currently working on. The first thing I'm going to talk about is what I'm calling simply local conditions. This is a project that goes throughout the course of the year. And as usual, I'm going to go ahead and show off the whole April journey. So I hope you appreciate that, and I'll see you on the flip side. Hey everyone, it's Silver. I hope everyone had a wonderful April. Holy buckets, how is it May already? Anyway, my birthday month, so yay! Anyway, here's how April went. All right, so thank you everyone who stayed till the end of this video. I really do appreciate you. If you could go ahead and subscribe as well as like this video. Even if you want to leave a comment, that'd be awesome. But I appreciate you guys so much. Have yourself a wonderful month. See you next month. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for your patience on that. I just love showing off my progress on that particular project. And what better way than to show you the full story that I put on in a video, right? Right. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the other things that I have actually been working on this month. The first one, let's talk about what I'm just simply calling the Ghost Project. This one in particular, I haven't really touched much since the last time we talked, but as you can see, it is a lot of 310, and I cannot wait to get back to it, but I really need to work a little bit more on this other one that I'm working on, which is basically what I am calling the Ghost-Faced Cross Stitch. It is a project that says, no, you hang up, with a picture of Ghostface, like doing the whole like lovey-dovey thing on the phone, like, hey, I'm not gonna hang up. No, you hang up first. That kind of thing. I absolutely love the way it's coming out so far, but I got plenty more to go. I'm working on this a page at a time, so once I get to the end of the first page, hopefully this week, maybe, I don't know. All right, so I've actually started 2 other cross stitches besides those 2. I'm making one that is in green and one that is in pink of this particular pattern. I got as far as maybe finding the scissors on the green one and 2 stitches on the pink one. So I didn't really take a picture of the pink one, but so far so good. There's going to be a lot of back stitching, so I have to do a lot of double counting to make sure I've got it all. But I think it'll be worth it in the end. Those 2 are going to be going to some surprise recipients. Well, I won't say any more. You probably won't see very many photos of it until it's done. So, yeah. Oh, editing Silver popping in to say, I didn't consider this at the time, but I've also been working on a bit of my book. And that actually is a work in progress, has been a work in progress for 20 years, but that's beside the point. I have been working on Morgana's Magic quite a bit this past week. I decided on Monday, or a couple Mondays ago, that I was going to sit down every Monday and record a little bit of a video for my Ko-Fi members, especially because they had been they've been so supportive about this particular book series and trying to get it done. So this particular week, I think I can do what I'm calling landing the plane, because essentially I'm trying to finish the book. And according to what I've laid out for this, I can finish it this week. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. That is mind blowing, because I've been putting off finishing this thing for so long. And the fact that I feel like it's within my grasp. Oh. But anyway, if you would like to become a Ko-Fi member, make sure you go ahead. There's a link down below in the comments if you can. I know times are tough, but if you can, go ahead and just jump in and help out. That would be appreciative. I'm using those monies specifically to hopefully self-publish the whole series once I get there. So I'm trying to do a series here on YouTube where I am showing off all of my writing process from start to finish. So anyway, back to what I was saying before. And the last thing that I have been working on is basically a Kit Kat hat, which is what I call a Kit Kat hat. But it is that like pussycat hat that we were doing a lot of during the Me Too movements and a bunch of other things like that. I decided it was time that I needed to do another one. So I am using the rest of the red yarn from the Ruby hats. Even finishing the Loaf Cat wasn't enough, and I still had yarn leftovers, so there's that. This is on a size 6 needles, and there are 88 stitches around, so I'm just basically knitting around until it gets to about 9 inches, and then it just finds itself right off. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. What I have been reading. I have been reading quite a few books, and I repeat, a few books. I don't even think I can label them all, but I did go through and read a few different series as well this time around. And I've also been taking on the very beginnings of the Anita Blake series, so I'm really excited about that. If you ever do want to see all of the books that I have been reading, you can actually find that on my Goodreads. I am Silverluna there. I'll link that down below as well. Let's see. Let's go ahead and move on to what I have been watching. Okay, the short answer is that I have been watching much since the last time we talked. Now, if just as a gentle reminder, I have been using a picker wheel to tell me what I'm going to be watching when. I'm still working through a list I had made last month of 20 different rotations of that. But I did end up finishing up to the end of the 12th one. That was kind of my goal to do for the month. I had wanted to do more, but that's fine. It is what is. In that vein, I did end up watching a few Dreamlight Valley character movies. That's on my list there. I have a list. It's in our Discord, so if you'd like to see them all, they're there. I did end up finishing up WALL-E, then the original Moana from 2016, and then Moana 2 from 2024. And then I watched Ratatouille, and then the original Lion King from 1994, a la Scar. In terms of TV shows, there have been a fair amount of shows that I've been watching. Let's see. Let's start off with Revenge. I actually have been watching season 2, 1 through 8 since then. Almost. That was pretty good so far. I'm enjoying the second season. I'm like, there's a few more seasons left, so lots to watch. Let's see. I've also been watching a fair amount of 911. I've actually watched episodes 1 through 10. Bones, I have actually watched the end of season 1, which was episode 19 through 21, as well as season 2, episodes 1 through 11. So it's quite a fair amount. Let's see, watched Lucifer, episodes 16 through the end of the season, literally as of this morning, so yay. Also picked up in this particular rotation of shows, the show 24, so I'm on episode 1 through 10 of season 1. I also picked up Lost, also season 1 up until, episode 1 to episode 14. Wow. Also have been watching Once Upon a Time. That's episodes 19 through 22. So I finished the season 1 and then up till season 2, episode 6. Wow, that's a lot. Also, in the middle of all that, I have been watching Outlander. Quite a bit of Outlander. My goal was to try to catch up to the current season of Outlander, which I did. The current episode goes up to its season 8, episode 8. But before that, I had watched all of season 6, all of season 7. Well, I finished up season 6, watched all of season 7, and then I watched up until episode 8 of season 8. The next episode goes live today, the day that this episode goes live, so yay! I also have been watching a lot, and I repeat, a lot of watch laters. A fair amount of those watch laters have to do with basically a podcast called Outlander Cast, and they have a lot of insight about the episodes and what they feel about each episode, and I absolutely love their show. I've also been watching a lot of my usual, like what I call junk TV, like all the car crash videos that I watch. I've also been watching a lot of people catching up from Vlogmases, i.e. Kits, so hi Kits, as well as MC and a bunch of others. I'm going to go ahead and link as many as I possibly can down below. And let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. Alright, let's talk about the games that I've actually been working on / playing since the last time we talked. I've actually been still doing Washy Wednesday with Tina, and OG, and MTI. That's kind of a thing that happens normally on Wednesdays. I usually play the original Power Wash Simulator with everyone in the group. By myself, I have actually been working pretty diligently, I would say, toward the career mode on the Power Wash Simulator 2. Not as much as I would like to get done because it seems to be going very slow, but that's fine. I'm about halfway through collecting all of the different power washers. So the more that I get, the faster it seems to go. And then there's also this separate pack in the second one that is, I don't know. There's 2 different ways of buying things in the game. You can buy furniture, which was one set of money, and the power washers and the other set of the money. You don't get the second set of money until you finish the whole career path thing, getting it all. I'm like, I don't know. There's a whole bunch there. Besides Power Wash Simulator, I've also been playing a lot of Dreamlight Valley. Dreamlight Valley had an Pocahontas update, which we saw a little bit of a sneaky peek last time. I have finished all of the character quests for the game, so that's good. I put away pretty much everything that I have been collecting, so I'm pretty much in a holding pattern. But there is that floating island thing that's happening right now, so I'm just kind of waiting until reset, which is Wednesday. Recording this on Tuesday. Hi. And then so like there's all that stuff as well. I have played a couple of days this month. I did play Diggy's Adventure, which I hardly ever play anymore, which I probably should get back to. And I've been playing all of my idle games that I mentioned before, which is Idle Baker Boss. I also do have, sometimes I play Cookery Clicker and Revolution Idle and a bunch of them like that. But those are pretty much every single day things. So besides the everyday things, I've also been playing, especially yesterday, I actually had my first YouTube stream on Monday. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. I am surprised at how much I missed streaming, but mostly I think it was the game I was playing. Since it was May the 4th, I did decide I wanted to play Lego Star Wars, the complete series. Basically, I kind of wandered around and didn't do really all that much. I may not have even finished the story like I think I did, so I think I might get back to that sometime soon. I don't know when, but here's hoping. All right, in the meantime, let's go ahead and roll over into the final segment. All right, everyone, you guys have been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for watching this entire podcast. I know I have been a little bit rambly with all the different things that I have kind of, let's be fair. I've had a lot of balls flying in the air this week, this month rather. So showing and sharing all the things was quite a bit. I appreciate everyone that stuck through the entire thing. Also to an awesome thank you to everyone that has been liking and commenting on my videos, especially those that came by during my stream, which like I said was my first YouTube stream ever and my first stream period since the end of 2025, so I was a little bit nervous and I'm like, okay, let's ease myself in with a game. Cool. But like I said, I appreciate you guys more than you know. It has been a wild ride here at Shea Silver, so I appreciate you. We do have a few videos coming up at some point during the course of the weekend. You'll see the time lapses per usual. I'm, like I said, planning on doing a few more things on my Ko-Fi page, so if you'd like to check those out, become a member, that'd be awesome. Like I said, I will link everything down below, and if you can, go ahead, like, subscribe, and even if you can, comment down below with a rainbow if you have anything, or any other emotes that you would like to use. Your choice. It is dealer's choice to this month. Just remember, I'm actually going to be going off now and enjoying the rest of my birthday month. Also, before I go, and speaking of birthday months, happy birthday, MC. And I won't sing the rest because, you know, copyright A, and B, you don't want to hear me sing. But like I said, I love you all. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next month. Bye, y'all.